Sound check, we good? Sound check, we good. All right. Hey guys, welcome. What is it today? 3rd of September. I was just working on a few questions just to get testing it out, just to see if it's going to work or not. So today, what do we got? We've got 1 achieved, 2 merit, excellence. Nice. Okay. Wrong tool. So basically, guys, today we're going to be going through 2020 day 2, similar questions from 2020 day 2, and we're going to be going through question 3. There's a lot of new folks on, just to kind of maintain some sanity for myself, to try and keep track of questions. If you guys could actually keep it to keep the chat to questions here, that I'd really appreciate it. Yep, to all the guys that have been coming since the start of August, welcome back. To the people that are back here, yeah, so welcome back again. No, I'm not the Khan Academy guy, that's hilarious. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what's happening to my timestamps here, because something's not right. 80257. Right, so what do we got? We're gonna do tables, graphs, tutorial, parallel. No, we're not. So I've got 5 questions for you guys today. So we're gonna be doing 1 achieved, 2 merits, and 2 excellence questions, and pretty much that's pretty much it. I think we've got about 3 live streams set up for this week for MCAT, and then I'll probably do like a Sunday, Monday. I think that should be like another 5 left to go, and then we'll be all right. Zoe, I think I put a schedule up. When did I put my schedule up? I put it up somewhere. Let me just have a look. So usually, folks, what I tend to do is I kind of throw up my schedule there for this week. So this week we do level 1, and then level 2 on Monday, level 1 back, and then 3 differentiation, and then back to level 1 on Thursday. So hopefully that makes sense. Hey, look, we're gonna get started. So as usual, guys, the first question I'm gonna give you guys, what time is it right now? 8:05. So I'm gonna give you guys about a minute to do this one. So 8:06, I'll go through the answer, and then we'll just kind of power through the rest of the questions. It's a eternal question, Sarah. I never do stats. I probably will do, I don't know, I'm just thinking about the level 3s. I might need to shift it. It depends on Thursday night how I feel. Sorry, not Thursday, Wednesday night. If I am good on Wednesday night, then after the differentiation one, if you guys still keen for another question, we can do another question. Let me see if I can do something. Let me just see if this is going to work or not. Add source image file. Is this going to work? Oh, it is going to work. Maybe I can just throw it in here like that. I need to set it up. Hang on. And then like that. Would that help? Maybe I need to play around with this a bit. There you go. That looks good. That's good enough. Can't be stuffed. Okay, so let's go through question 1 here. So question 1, what we've got here is a basic substitution question here. So all we have to do is just substitute wherever p is with -2, and wherever q is with 3. So with that in mind, we've got 2 times 3 squared minus 5 plus 3 times minus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 3. So we've got 2 times 9, which is 18, minus 5 plus 3 times 4 is positive 12 plus 9 plus 3. 39, 42 minus 5, we should get 37. I guess the only part you need to be careful about is the minus 2 squared there, and then basically at that point that's where people end up making the most amount of mistakes. They forget minus 2 squared and they put it as minus 4. So always remember, with these types of questions, with these substitution questions, they always tend to have a negative in there, and you need to have the right answer, right? Anything, because this is an achieved question, you have to get the answer correct. That is probably what it is. I'm good, Clover, welcome back. It's a bit hard to keep track of all the names today, but cool. So that's basically question 1 for us. Remember guys, you only need to get about three questions right for achieved. All right, so you know, you really, I know, like, I try to read some of the comments before the YouTube stream started, and you know, like a lot of folks are kind of like stressed about it, but remember, try and aim for those big grades, because those big grades, they kind of end up getting like easy merit and achieved grades from it anyway. All right, so let's go to question number 2. DBZ, you've got to actually get 3 merit questions correct for that. Okay, so with this question, what I'm going to do is, for those of you guys that have never kind of struggled, or like found this question a bit challenging, I'm going to go through this at 8:11 p.m. All you have to do is just ignore the greater than or equal to sign, put that as equal sign and rearrange, and see how far you can actually go with this answer. All right, so if you forget how to do this, just get rid of this. Think of this sign that I've highlighted in yellow as a equal sign, and then just start rearranging it. I'm gonna get me some water. Sukneet, hello, welcome back. Jonathan, remember, inequality is just kind of, you just got to rearrange, just treat it like an equal sign, and then you'll be all right. Now guys, I gotta apologize. I think I was messing around with some of YouTube has actually put some new settings, and I don't know, it's like I try to look at it's gonna randomly put some ads somewhere, so I do apologize about it, because I haven't figured out how to actually seen it yet, but there's like a whole lot of buttons in my streaming software now, so yeah. Anyway, it's 8:11. Let's go through this question. All right. Now, look, as I was saying to Jonathan before, it is you just treat this like equal sign. All right, and you just got to rearrange everything. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to expand the brackets. All right. There's 3 brackets that I need to actually expand. And so the first one I've got is 6y minus 18, negative 8 minus 4y. And remember I said that treat this sign exactly as greater than or just like an equal sign. I'm just going to treat everything as it is. And then here I've got 6 plus 6y. Now what I need to do is I need to actually keep all the numbers in one side and bring all the letters to the other side. So I'm going to simplify the left hand side first. So basically I've got 6y and negative 4y is equal to 2y. Minus 18 and negative 8 is equal to negative 26. And this is greater than or equal to 6 plus 6y. Now the 2y stays wherever, that's all it is. 6y, I'm going to move it to the left hand side, which becomes minus 6y. What other things I've got? I'm going to leave the 6 here, but because I've got minus 26, when I bring it over to the right hand side, will become plus 26, and this is what I have left over right now. So 2y minus 6y is negative 4y, and then that's greater than or equal to 26 and 6 is 32. Now this is the only time you ever need to switch the sign, and we always talk about this, right? You always treat it like an equal sign and you kind of just work through it, but the only time you ever have to change the sign is when you divide by a negative number. Now if you look at it in this case, we are going to divide by negative 4 because we want to have y by itself. And because we are dividing by negative 4, we actually have to switch the sign the opposite way. And of course you could leave your answer like that, or 32 divided by negative 4 will end up being, the answer was negative 8. Now grades wise, inequality solved is a merit. Now if you don't actually get that symbol correctly, let's say you put an answer like this, then you're probably looking at achieved. No worries, Luke. I think the only time you need to worry about switching the sign is when you divide by a negative number. All right, so notice how the negative 4y is on the left hand side, and I got to divide by negative 4 when I move it to the right hand side, and that's the only time you actually change the symbol. Yeah, so Arman, if you got that negative 32 and 4y, I don't know how you got that, but like I think your symbol should be pointing like my final answer. I saw the question. What if you don't switch your final answer, switch sign? Jonathan, I think like that's a tricky one, that one. Yeah, Sarah, you will get penalized because if you don't switch it and you leave it like this here, then you're only going to get a maximum grade of achieved. Yeah, because that's not the right answer, Sarah. That's why you have to switch the sign. You could do negative 32 over 4, Raymond. That's absolutely fine. You would still get y less than or equal to negative 8. Eleanor, okay, look, guys, I'm going to be honest, all right? Now, depending on where this question is, right? Like most of the time, I've seen this question to be like a merit question. So the reason it's a merit question is because of that little switch they have it right at the end. So if you have like a negative coefficient, you know you've got to remember to switch the symbol. That's it. You always take the numbers to the right hand side and take the letters to the left hand side, Arman. Alright guys, any other questions before we move on from this? I don't do level 2 probability. Do you switch if the numerator is a negative? Okay, Jasmine, I get the idea. Why did it switch? Because we're dividing by a negative number. So if you look at it, we're dividing by -4. That's the only reason we switch. Jonathan, it depends on the question. Like if you have a positive number like this, hang on, let me show you guys this. If you have something like 3y less than or equal to 15, then you're actually dividing by a positive number. And because you're dividing by a positive number, you don't actually switch. So this will just be y is less than or equal to 5. However, if you have a -3y like this, and because you are actually dividing by a negative number, and because you're dividing by a negative number, you need to actually change the sign. So always remember, when you actually divide the when you're rearranging and you're dividing by a negative number, then you switch the value. So then you're going to get y is greater than or equal to -5. Can you write -32 less than 4y? No, you can't. 0.3 productions, you have to have y on its own. That's correct, Jasmine, when you divide by a negative number. Arman, I'm assuming that you've might have made a mistake somewhere, because you should get 32 over -4. But if it is 32 over 4, because you're dividing by a +4, you're going to leave the symbol as is. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next one, guys. I don't think you guys will get to the point where it's multiplying, but alright, so this is question 3. This is an excellence question. And I'll give folks a bit of a chance to kind of have a go at it. And then what I'll do is, what should we do? Yeah, and then I'll actually try and answer some of the questions on the chat. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you guys this question. If you don't know how to do this question, cross multiply and see if you can make the denominator the same. All right, that's all I'm going to tell you. And we're going to start this question at about 8:23 p.m. All right, questions here. I did get -4, but just checking. Okay, Armand, you're all good. I got 1 + y squared. What if we divide a negative by a negative, negative by positive? Luke, it doesn't matter if there's a negative number in the numerator. We only care about when we divide by a negative number in the denominator, right? So that's the only time we need to think about it. Shania, would you still get marks for constantly incorrect? Yeah. I mean, like, look, I think that's the good thing about doing these excellence questions. Don't get scared of these excellence questions. Like, you can do like part of that question and you can still get like merit in it. All right, it's just when you finally solve it, it's not like, how do I say, it's not like, oh, you get excellence or nothing. It's like if you do some parts of the question correctly, you can still get achieved or merit for it. All right, so don't, and this is one of the biggest advice I'll give to you guys, don't leave any questions empty. Try and answer as many questions, like even if you don't know, like, see, like this question is a great one. Some of you might be sitting in the chat going, oh man, I got no idea how to solve this. Well, you know, just as, who was it that said the picnic method or something like that? Yeah, you could use the picnic method. God, I hate the picnic method, but you know, it does work for this question, so you can actually do that. Yep, Jasmine, so if you can do that, you would already be looking at getting an achieved for that. So I think that there's a few different names for it. There's a picnic method, there's cross multiply, upside down barbecue, but I prefer just my standard one. It's something like this, Liliana. They do this thing. So this 2 multiplied, this 2 multiplied, and then these 2 things multiplied. There's your upside down picnic table, which I don't like at all. I don't. I never use the picnic method, but like, I mean, it works for some things, but it doesn't work for all things. Especially at level 2 and level 3, you don't want to be using the picnic method. Yeah, cross multiply, Shania. You could do that as well. This will definitely be a quadratic equation. Okay, I see. All right, guys, so I am going to actually go through this question right now. We are not going to call this the picnic or the upside down barbecue. I'm going to do it my way, which is basically lowest common lowest common multiple. Basically, this is what I do. I do 2y minus 1. And I give myself a lot of room here, 8y plus 2. And then I'm going to put down equals 2. Now, if you did the cross, the picnic table, upside down barbecue, cross multiply, whatever it is you call it, fine, go for it. But I'm going to show you guys the method that I use, which will help you in level 2 and level 3 and moving forward. So basically what we do here is we have a look at the denominator. Here, we have a y minus 1. Here, we have a y plus 2. Now, we need the 2 denominators to be the same. And the only way we can do that is we need to have y minus 1 here, and we need to have y plus 2 there in the denominator. And so we're simply going to add it. So we're going to go y minus 1 in the denominator. But we also have to do that with the numerator, y minus 1. And same with this side, we've got y plus 2. And also in the numerator, we've got y plus 2. Okay, now this is the same thing as cross multiplying, and you might be thinking, why don't you just use cross multiply? Because this just helps you with algebraic equations much later on. So we've pretty much done the first part of it. The next part of it is we've got to expand the brackets. But before we do it, I'm going to write everything in the denominator. Because my denominator is the same, I'm going to rewrite this as 2y plus 2 plus 8y minus 1 divided by y minus 1 y plus 2 equals to 2. Now, by the way, if you can get up to this stage, just this stage, who was it that was kind of going, Tui, Jasmine, welcome back, by the way, Tui. Just doing this part here is going to get you an achieved. All right, so this is what I mean by with excellence questions. Don't get freaked out, guys. Like, you guys can do it. Like, even if you do like up to a certain point, you're gonna actually end up getting an achieved grade for it. All right, so what are we gonna do for merit and excellence? So for merit, what we need to do is we need to rearrange this and bring it down to a single quadratic equation. All right, so if you look at it, I'm going to expand the numerator. So the top line, I'm going to expand that first. When I do that, I get 2y plus 4 plus 8y minus 8. And all that is divided by, we've got a quadratic which we need to expand, which is going to be y squared plus 2y minus 1y minus 2 is equal to 2. All right, so we're going to keep going on. So in the numerator, I've got 10y minus 4 divided by y squared plus y minus 2 is equal to 2. Now I'm going to move the denominator to the right hand side. So I've got 10y minus 4 equals 2 times y squared plus y minus 2. Rearranging this, or actually I've got to expand it first. So I've got expansion first, which is going to give me 10y minus 4 equals 2y squared plus 2y minus 4. So I've got 0 is equal to 2y squared plus 2y minus 4 minus 10y plus 4. And basically I've got 0 is equal to 2y squared minus 8y. Now if I can get up to here, this is going to be a merit up to here. And finally, for excellence, I just need to figure out what y is. So I've got 0 equals 2y bracket y minus 4. So 2y is equal to 0, or y minus 4 equals to 0. So y is equal to 0 and y is equal to positive 4. And getting these two answers is going to get me the excellence grade. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I know I went through a lot there, so I'm going to put down some line numbers, and feel free to ask if there's any particular lines that didn't make sense. How many? Okay, let's see. How many achieved points do I need to pass? We've already talked about it. It's 3. Yeah, sorry, Eleanor. That was I was playing around with some settings, and I don't know what the hell what's been happening with the ad. So apologies. Grace, even if you do get a copy error, you could still get like a merit for this question, because like even if they don't actually get that final, you know, the final answer correctly, if you just make like a small mistake, you can still get it. So the excellence part, what I've done here is I've just factorized, guys. If you look at it, 2y is actually a common factor between both of those things. So I've actually taken 2y out. I've just factorized it, and then what I have is, remember that when you have a quadratic and you'll have like two things equal to 0, so your first bracket is equal to 0 or second bracket is equal to 0. So that's pretty much what I've done in that excellence parts there. Line, oh, I missed that. Line 10 and 11, please, as the 4 cancels out. Line 10 and 11, I'm actually trying to find the solution, Christopher. So I'm trying to find out when those equations, what's the value for y so that the equation is equal to 0. Moray Loon, I couldn't agree more. Jules, no, you've got to get two answers. You've got to get 0 and 4. Nell, I don't think that'll be correct, because it'll be 2y minus 8, not 2y minus 4. If you were to take out just y, it'll be 2y minus 8. So you'd still end up with y equals to 0 or y equals to 4. Olivia, line 6, pretty much the same idea. When you multiply both sides by that, it'll get cancelled on the left hand side. Sarah, when you want to solve quadratic equations, you've got to factorize to 2 brackets, and you got to put one bracket equals to each of the brackets, you've got to put it equal to 0. Factorizing tutorials like 9, Jitan, I do. So guys, I'm gonna link this in the chat. But basically, this is all like my old tutorials from like the last year which has all been kind of linked up. So if you do want to practice, you can actually go and have a look at all of those things there. I'll throw it up and I'll pin it. So if you do want to go check out those old tutorials, you can. Now, I've missed all the comments, damn it. What was it now? Yeah, multiply to 0, got it. How come you don't, line 5, you don't simplify the denominator? I could have. No, line 5 I don't need to simplify. That's basically simplified as far as I can, Clover. Ellie, it is a double bracket, but it's just I guess I just didn't put that as a bracket. I've got that as 2 red lines there. You can skip line 11 and go straight to 12. That's not a problem, DJ. Why do you not do times C 2 times 0? I don't know. I don't get that question there, William. Now, it can't be 2y plus 1. I think what you did there, Jasmine, is you actually added it. You're supposed to multiply it. 7 to 8, Asian face, I just rearranged it. So I took the 10y minus 4 to the right-hand side, and it becomes minus 10y plus 4. Same marks. Christopher, same marks. You can skip line 11 straight away and go to 12. How many excellence questions? I think it's like the safe one is 3 excellence. Yeah, so I would say 3E is probably the safe one. But I don't know. I don't know what the schedule would look like. Can you double bracket like plus 4y? No. Ellie, that won't work because that's only for numbers. It doesn't have a term. Like I know what you're talking about. That would look like no, that definitely won't work. That's like x squared minus 16. You write that as x minus 4 and x plus 4. But this is different. No, VDUC, no. We're doing next week, Sunday and Monday as well. It's just this week's schedule. Navid, you got 12, more than 9 days. It's plenty of time to prep. Nah, Christopher, because it's hard to say which ones are the excellence questions. So, bare minimum, 3 achieved. So 3 achieved questions and you're good to go. 2E, we will, not today because I've got 2 more questions that I'd like to go through. And then, yeah, depending on time, we'll see. That's rearranging Asian face. Like when you rearrange your symbols, the symbols will actually change. All right, so next question here. I know I kind of dragged this question a bit, but I'm going to change the numbers here. So we'll do this question, guys. I know this was like I didn't have time to rewrite the question again, but let's give a crack with this one here. Oh, bless Jonathan. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, but you didn't need to. You know, keep it. Don't stress, man. All right, guys. So what I will do is for this question, I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll go through the answer. All right. So we'll do it at 8:37, 8:39. I don't know why, Jonathan, but seriously, you don't need to, man. But thanks anyway, I appreciate it. Nah, Clover, I get coffee at I get pretty good coffee at work, so I'm not gonna complain. Is this E? No, this would be a merit, Clover. I think the next question is E. The next question is actually one of my favorite questions. And I will tell you, like, even the most, how do I say it? If anybody sees that excellence question, you should be like, that's one of the easiest achieve grade you're going to get in that excellence question by doing a couple of steps. Anna, which school is that? Is that Mount Roskill? Or somewhere out west? Oh, it is Mount Roskill. Yeah. Nah, he's a good man. Okay, now look, I think I might need to actually go through this question. This is one of those trick questions that they give, right? Like it's either you get it or you don't. But it's like, yes, Kavish, it is 48. But I want to actually show you guys how something like this works out. Now I saw someone at the top there, right? Where was it? Someone kept saying, it's like, what's the value of y? I don't know who it was. How do I do y and z? Sarah, thank you very much for putting that up there. All right. So now the thing is, the only information that we've been given here is x is equal to 4. That's fine, right? So we can kind of do that. We can actually go, oh, yep. So this would be 4, and then this would be 8. This is 4. This is 4. Now the problem is x, y, z is equal to 12. We're not actually given what y is, or neither are we given what z is. Now this is sometimes it actually happens where okay, y plus z is equal to 8, Christopher, but that still doesn't help us with the area of that rectangle. So what you kind of need to do here is work out the algebraic terms first. And this does happen every now and then where they put a question, something like this, where you have to substitute something. So let me show you guys how to do this one. We are going to do everything in algebraic terms first, by the way. So we've got rectangle, which is x and 2x. Then we have, triangle, my bad. We've got little rectangle here with x and y. And then we got like this little tall rectangle with x, z, and x. And so we're going to find the area of these in terms of x's and y's and z's. So we got area of the triangle, which is a half times base times height, plus area of rectangle is base times height, plus the other rectangle is also base times height. So then our base is 2x, base is y in this case, x is the base. As for the height, we've got height as x here, and then we've got z here. Now if you look at it, we can do a half times x times 2x plus x times y plus x times z. What we're going to end up with is we've got half times x times 2x, which is just x squared, plus xy plus xz. Now here's the thing, x is a common factor, so we can actually take out x as a common factor, and we're going to get x plus y plus z. And because x is equal to 4 centimeters, xyz is equal to, that's a terrible color to use, maybe try, what am I going to try, any other colors? Is that going to work any better? I think you can see it. xyz is equal to 12. We've got 4 times 12, which equals to 48 centimeters squared. So this is one of those merit questions for achieved just forming an expression for the total area. So anywhere here you're looking at an achieved. SVDub, thank you so much again. Like, I don't think, guys, you don't need to donate anything here. I appreciate it, but you know, enjoy that coffee for yourself. Don't worry about it here. But thank you anyway, SVW. That's pretty cool. In the process, I missed a whole lot of questions. How did I get x squared? I've got x times x, which is equal to x squared. Half times 2, half of 2 is just 1, so that's why it kind of disappears. So a half times 2 is just 1. No, Tina, no. The half times 2 becomes 1. Why not half the other x? Well, we don't need to do half of the other x because I only have the 2x. Because it's just multiplying it there. Jonathan, man, honestly. It's so distracting, but thank you, Jonathan. You don't need to. I keep saying that. Let's just keep working on this. I missed all of that. Why can't I do 12 times 4? Arman, you can do 12 times 4, but you still need to prove how to get that 12 times 4 though. Vidak, I got half, so if you look at it, you got half times base times height. So you got half times 2x times x. 2020, Durian. Now half times 2 is 1, and then x times x is x squared, and then 1 times x squared. That's how I get that x squared. Yeah, Clover, you've got to show the algebraic working, otherwise you're not going to get any grade for this. Why did the triangle turn into half x base, not just base? Tui, that's the formula of area of a triangle. Like if you look at it right there, they actually tell you, they remind you that area of a triangle is half times base times height. When it comes to rectangle, it's just base times height. But when it's triangle, it's half times base times height. Grace, I went there a long time ago. Like this is like when early 2016, when Infinity Plus One was still in its baby stages. Oh, I appreciate it, William. All right. So, any other questions with this? Otherwise, we can actually go to the next one. Next one is my favorite one because it's an algebra exponential question that if you get this question, you've got to try and get at least an achieved for it, all right? Because it's one of the easiest achieves you will get for this type of question. No, you didn't need to, Jiten. I was just kind of showing why it wouldn't work if we did put that in there. Now, would you get an E grade without working, Shania? No, you've got to show the working. Without the working, you can't actually get any grade for it. All right, so next question here. One of my favorite questions. I'm actually going to give you guys about, what is it, 2.5? We're going to go through this at 8:51. By the way, if you are like, you know, I'm only trying to get achieved, and you see a question like this, don't panic. Just replace, look at the numbers and see if you can replace the things. Armand, you're gonna get, yep, told you, someone's gonna take care of it. So basically what you got to do is try and replace the numbers. All right, now if you can do that first line with base 2, you're pretty much good to go. But I'm going to stop here and I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to try and do this question. It's always that one guy. You got it, Luke. That's the one. Ooh, square root of 5. No, Subra, no. Jasmine, just be patient. I'll tell you this little trick you can do for this question, which is going to get you an achieved grade. Easiest achieved grade that you're going to get. No, Eleanor, no, it's not. That's gotta be a funny story, Anne, because it's like, I can just imagine. It's like, yeah, this is why people come to an MCAT stream. Nah, can't do that. Kaji. No, it wouldn't work like that. Because like it's funny, right? Like every night, I finish tutorials and I go have a chat with my wife, and she's like, "Oh, how many kids came?" It's like, "Oh, you know, it's like 50 came, 60 came," and then and that would be hilarious, absolutely hilarious, and even better, because I was actually thinking about getting my what is it? What was I gonna say? It's like, I was actually thinking about being one of those guys that read the vowels, right? That would be even more hilarious. I know, Ben. I know. We're gonna do it. Don't worry. Sticky. I would like to keep it free, but if you keep donating money, then it doesn't go free, does it? But thank you, Sticky. All right, guys, let's go through this question, and then we'll discuss plans for whenever this wedding's happening next. Cool. So we are back. Oh, come on, Jonathan, what are you doing, man? Jeez, buddy. I want to do the question here. You gotta stop, Jonathan. It's like I'm gonna block you, Jonathan, just so that you don't actually put any more money in it. That'll be hilarious. All right, guys. So we're gonna get on with this question. I think Jasmine, you were like, I don't know how to start this question. All right. Now look, guys, if you don't have any idea of how to start a question like this, the key thing for you guys is to look at the numbers. All right. Now remember that you don't actually have a calculator to do these types of questions, and because you don't actually have these types of questions, don't have a calculator, what you have to do is you have to rearrange all of this as the same base. Now the numbers are like, you got 4, you've got 16, and you got 32. Now the thing is, 4 squared is 16, but you don't actually know what 4 to the power of what is to 32. We don't know that. We can't actually put 2.5. That's not correct. But what we do know is you do this on the side. You always start with 2s, 3s, 5s. Those are the 3 numbers they work with all the time. So we're gonna go 2 to the power of 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. All right. Now this is your first important thing, right? Because once you do this, then what you can do is you've got 2 to the power of 5 as 32. 2 to the power of 4 as 16. And then you've got 2 squared as 4. So your first kind of easy grade that you're going to get is by doing this. Two squared y squared minus 4 equals 2 to the power of 4. So basically this part right here, just writing it at least two numbers as correct powers of 2. This part right here is going to get you an achieved straight away. I always say this. This is possibly the easiest achieve you will get in the entire paper, because all you have to do is just replace these numbers with the base 2, and then you're pretty much good to go. I don't know what your name is. Yes, it is an excellence question, but I always do this. All right, if you see these numbers, and if it doesn't work out, like look, sometimes they put like 3, 9, 27, 81, or 5, 25, 125. They don't actually go anything beyond that, because the numbers can get quite big, quite large. But the 2 is really important, that because you just need to recognize those numbers. Stick 1, no, it is not, because sometimes the question could look like this. So they do this: 27 to the power of x times 3 to the power of I don't know, x squared is equal to 9. So if they do that, then you would go 3 to the 1 is 3, 3 squared is 9, 3 cubed is 27. So then what you would do is 3 to the power of 3x times 3x squared equals 3 squared, something like that. All right, I haven't actually done even, like, all I've done is I've just shown you guys how to write it in base 2. All right, now that achieved there, because I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to get at least a merit in this question just by rearranging things. All right, our next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the powers. Now the powers, they get multiplied. So when they get multiplied, we're going to get 2 to the power of 5 times y multiplied by 2 to the power of 2 times y squared minus 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 4. All right, so once that's done, then expand the bracket. So you got 2 to the power of 5y times 2 to the power of 2y squared minus 8 equals 2 to the power of 4. Now remember, when you have 2 numbers with the same base and you multiply the powers, you've got to actually add up the powers. So you're going to get 2 to the power of 5y plus 2y squared minus 8 equals 2 to the power of 4. Now we've got base 2 on both sides. So we can get rid of the 2 completely. We can just ignore the 2, because we can say if you have something like 2 to the power of a red box equals 2 to the power of 4, which is also in that red box, we can literally say those two red boxes must equal each other. So we can say that 5y plus 2y squared minus 8 equals 2 to the power of 4. So we can rearrange this. We're going to get 2y squared plus 5y minus 8. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. That should be 4. Minus 4 is equal to 0. And what we end up with is we end up with a quadratic that looks like this. So at this point, what do you get? Forms a simplified quadratic equation is going to get you a merit. And now finally, for us to solve it, we're actually looking at an excellence. Now, solving it, remember I talked to you guys about this before, you can guess and check. Now, if you have your own way of doing this, by all means, go for it. I always end up doing this, which minus 24, and then I'm looking for plus 5, so it's going to be 8 times negative 3, 8 plus negative 3. So what I've got here is 2y squared plus 8y minus 3y minus 12 equals to 0. Split them up into 2. So guys, if you know how to do this in a different way, by all means go for it. Bracket y plus 4 and then minus 3y plus 4 equals to 0. So I've got y plus 4 times 2y minus 3 equals to 0. 2y from there, minus 3 from there. I've got y plus 4 equals to 0, or 2y minus 3 equals to 0. Y is equal to negative 4. 2y equals to positive 3, and then y is equal to 3 over 2. Now this part here is actually worth an excellence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a whole lot of numbers and I'll answer those questions. By the way, guys, this is the last question. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you got to have both answers to actually get excellence. I'm sorry I missed all of those comments, but I don't know what's happened, but let's have a look. I'll try and have a look. Level 2, Arman is back. Yes, Arman, welcome back. Christopher, if you can't put that in powers, like if they have like 20, sometimes they'll do things like this. They might do a question like this. I'm just going to put it on the side here so you can kind of have a look. So they might do something like 20 times 4 to the power of x is equal to, not even 4, let's go 8. And then they might actually put something like this. Alright, so if that's the case, then you need to rearrange it. So you're going to get 8x is equal to 320 divided by 20. And then 8x is equal to 16. And then you've got 2 to the power of 3x is equal to 2 to the power of 4, and so on. So it really depends, Christopher. They might actually put questions like that. No, Sarah, I've got to let go of my computer at the moment. Chelsea J on the 4th line. On the 4th line, you could... hang on, I missed that question. No, I don't think it would matter, Chelsea. As long as you get to that final part, then you're all good. Now, if you guys want more questions like that, have a look in my old tutorial. There is a whole lot of exponential questions like that. Like any of the old tutorials will have it. So you guys can actually go practice just those questions if you want to as well. 2-second delay. Now why? No, I thought it was like. Fate key randoms, don't worry about it. You can come back, and you can come back tomorrow's next, when is it? 5th of September MCAT, and we can actually try and work through it again. All right, guys, look, that's basically us today, apart from doing, what do we got? Yeah, the stream's ending, Dot. And I say hi to him from me. It's been a while since I've seen Mr. Subramani there, but nah, Vasu's a good man. I think the last time I saw him was like back in 2019. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Fate key randoms, you gotta put yours in there. Oh, look, and so it begins. When's the next MCAT stream? I think I put it up there, guys. I think we are gonna be back on Tuesday, is it? Why is this one messing up? Oh, it's just annoying, isn't it? Nah, Jasmine. Oh wow, Andrew, you didn't need to, Andrew, but thank you anyway, appreciate it. Christopher, just start doing those like those exam paper questions that I have, man. Like definitely worth it. Like, don't hold back. That's gonna have a pretty epic story when I tell my wife in about 5 minutes that we've got people swapping Instagram handles and Snapchat handles. No worries, Sarah, no worries. We'll be back tomorrow, all right? Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's level 2. But like, I'll see how I go in the middle of the, like, if I'm up after 9 o'clock, then we'll actually work through it. Oh. Jonathan, what are you doing, mate? Oh my lord. He's back. Johnny, you gotta let it go. Like, right now we're talking about fade key randoms, and this is just okay. William, I'm picking a number 16. That's such a I don't know which. Yes, Zongzina is back. What are you up to, guys? Seriously, I'm gonna stop the stream just to stop you guys. Jasmine, that's hilarious. But like, he knows he's working at the percentage numbers at the moment. Appreciate it, George, but man, I don't think you guys listen, do you? Like, it's like you tell people I don't want anything, and they just keep throwing it at you. By the way, guys, look, I'm gonna be honest. Seriously don't put stuff here. Nah, I'm kind of, look, I enjoy it. Like, I think I visited Papatoetoe High School on Thursday, and I was having a chat with having a chat with some of the kids, and I'll be honest, guys. Look, I actually enjoy this. I feel good doing this, so that's why I do it for free. You know, I don't really need anything here. Look after yourselves. That's the most important thing. What was I gonna say was, look, with your exams, just kind of practice the exam papers. All right. Like, it's super important that you know, just watching the streams is not enough, but like, you know, also do some of the questions, practice the questions. Phantom, I'd love to visit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm keen to visit any school that's willing to kind of bring me out, and like, it's nothing. Like, I just took my afternoon off during my non-contact, and then came and visited. Nell, the next live stream for MCAT is on Tuesday, I think. Tuesday. GA at Cuba. Of course I know Westlake boys, because Ms. O'Graham is there, and she's a good mate of mine. There's a few math, like a lot of math teachers. I mean, I know a few of them. Raccoon, where are you from, Raccoon? Oh, Mount Aspiring. Damn. Clover, it's because I do a lot of workshops. I used to do a lot of workshops, and like with the maths community knows me for a lot of things crazy things that I do in my classroom. So yeah, so usually you if you say my name, like, they will, the Infinity Plus One name is there, and Subhash is there as well. Fade Key, no, I've not been to Glendowie, but I actually met a couple of teachers from there. I think it was last week, or yeah, Nell. I mean, I actually posted a picture of. I actually visited his class. That was cool. Nell, let me show you that. Where is it? Where is it? So this was me down in crushing Mr. Dama's class. That was good fun. He didn't expect it. I just kind of like crashed his class and just went, right, can I come to your class, mate? And he's like, yeah, come to my class. It'll be fun. Nah, Fade Key. I'm I'm just a simple man. Yeah, the year 13s was good fun. I need to go visit him again. I actually probably because like I do miss teaching the level 3 stuff every now and then. That he is Clover. I'll second to that. Ask who is it? Mount Roskill, Shania. Yeah, sure. I can crash Mr. Vasu's class. So ask him to email me. See if I can pop down one day and just come and have a chat with you guys. Oh, isn't that cute? Look, Fade Key Randoms, you've been asked to come to the next stream. Love it. I will, Jonathan. Where do you go to school, Jonathan? Oh, you're in Mount Roskill as well. Oh, actually, no, just ask Miss Wright. And I'll see if I can come and have a chat with you guys. That'll be good fun, because she knows me as well. So there you go. Like, we've got a few people that Mount Roskill that knows me. Sarah's catfishing. Yeah, do it, Benjamin, because I literally can walk across from where I am at, considering how close you guys are at. I'll show you guys this. This was like the most craziest thing that I think I've done in a very long time. which is, where is this? I mean, like, you know, it's funny, right? Like sometimes you do like crazy things, but this one was the most funniest thing that I did. Hang on, let me just zoom into this photo. Trying to kind of like, all right, here we go. This was the most silliest thing. No, that's not silliest thing. It's actually quite kind of fun, I guess. But like, I'll show you guys this stuff here. I've never done this one before. Like, I've signed like calculators and maths books, but this was the one that was the most craziest one. I signed an MCAT paper from last year, which was like, yeah, that was new. That was new for me. Super new, even for me, like signing an MCAT paper. And I think you'll kind of have to beat me on that first, because I've already done it. Located in Paraguay, Phantom. Not in Paraguay, but a few other countries. But look, hey guys, look, I'm gonna take off. It is getting to a school night tomorrow, so I will get you guys on Tuesday. Have a good night, and what we'll do is we'll catch up on Tuesday, and then we'll go from there. All right, cool. Have a good night, stay safe, and keep revising. On Tuesday we'll do a few more questions. All right, catch you guys later.